I am happy to give a floor to our keynote speaker, President of Education Consultants Association of Nepal, Mr. Prakash Pandey. Currently, Nepal is a major source market for international students across the globe. Mr. Pandey has been in education consultancy business for 15 years and is successfully running his company. ECAN is an active association of professionals keeping abreast of knowledge on every detail in a broad study and subsequent student counseling. As the center of all educational consultancies in Nepal, ECAN is an authoritative body that not only controls and monitors all activities of its member consultancies, but also nurtures and maintains the country's environment for international education. I should also mention that ECAN's experience on building transparent business atmosphere in the national market is quite unique, even in global dimension. So please, Mr. Pandey, I hope you're with us.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Dimitri Nesesan, Director, Education Export Center, representatives from different universities across Russia, students and parents, education consultants, and stakeholders attending this program today from corners of the world. Hello and namaste to all of you from land of Himalayas, Nepal. I'm extremely happy attending and addressing this opening session of this program at the capacity of President of ECAN. Thank you for the opportunity to uh, Global Red Team and initiative of Education Export Center Russia. The international education community faces unique and exceptional challenges as a result of this COVID-19 pandemic. ECAN leadership recognizes that international educators will need an opportunity to come together during this critical time through initiatives like Global Rate. We value this Global Rate initiative as it is aimed at developing Russia at the top study destination among international students with support from global community of education consultant. I believe this is where we come in handy. ECAN, insert, Educational Consultancy Association of Nepal, which happens to be the oldest since it was established back in 29th August 1997 and is the largest umbrella organization of companies operating out of Nepal. And it has around 471 members across Nepal, with ECAN having its own offices, main office in Kathmandu and 6 branches across Nepal. So we closely work with Ministry of Education in making sure that all consultancies are regulated enough. They work within the guidelines formulated by the government. This means the Ministry of Education authorizes license to operate for education consultancy companies in Nepal. We have our own codes of conduct, which we developed back in 2006. And that's one of the key reasons which keeps us, all the consultants, motivated and professional enough to always give the best services to our students, clients, or be the universities or any institution we represent. Thus, I can definitely say that we have the best and professional consultants as ECAN members who abide by ECAN codes of conduct. Our codes of conduct also endorses London statement that was published a few years back, and we follow the policies set out by Nepalese government regulating consultancy companies in Nepal. Since I'm speaking about Nepal, Russia, global education, and especially education in Russia, I do have to mention, I believe, about the relations between Nepal and in Russia. Otherwise, my message would be incomplete. Nepal and Russia Friendship Association was established in July 1956. In 1958, then our state head, late King Mahendra, paid a state visit to Soviet Union, which helped solidify our diplomatic relations with Russia. And soon in 1959, economical and technical cooperation agreement was signed between the two countries. Since then, we've come across a lot in our relationship. As of 15 July 2020, we see more than Nepalese rupees of 694 million worth of foreign direct investment has been received from Russia, which is invested in 42 different companies in Nepal, and it has been able to generate 1,464 jobs in Nepal. We receive around 10,000 Russian tourists every year before this COVID-19 pandemic happened. And most importantly, I need to address something regarding education. And the key important that I want to share is we've already got more than 5,000 Nepalese graduates from Russia, and many of them are very successful entrepreneurs, bureaucrats, medical professionals, engineers, and in other different areas as well. The one of the topmost body that looks after recognizing foreign qualification, be it in engineering, the Nepal Engineering Council. It recognizes around 26 Russian universities, and most of the medical colleges in Russia are recognized by Nepal Medical Council. Nepal being one of the source country for many top education promoting countries like US, UK, Australia, Canada, Nepal of late has been often regarded as one of the biggest source country. We send more than 50,000 international students every year, including for India, where our borders are open and we don't need, our students do not need visa usually. So lots and lots of students these days look toward going abroad for quality higher education, and this is something I guess education institution in Russia, Russia as a government, education promoting bodies like Education Export Council or Russian Culture Center in Nepal should look to engage in such areas since Nepal is one of the key source country. Uh, and it could actually attract a lot of Nepalese students. I was actually going through one of the data offered by Ministry of Education in Nepal. Over last 3 years, the no objection certificate, which is usually issued by Ministry of Education for outbound student to help them with the necessary foreign exchange facility, we saw each year, each fiscal year over last 3 years, 122, 169, and 83. So in total, around 374 no objection letter being issued. Over last 10 years, the data would be around 938. So all of these students actually do not get visa, but most of them actually get visa. So this means we can probably say almost around 350 plus students are currently in Russia studying different courses. So looking at the size of the student that go abroad from Nepal and the size that actually goes to Russia, I guess there is a lot of room for improvement for Russia as an education destination. As working for the ECAN and the quality education consultants in Nepal, I guess this is where we can normally build our relations in making sure right universities get the right educational partners, education consultants in helping them get the right students. Most of the Nepalese students are always keen on scholarships on top of the quality education they wish to normally get. And Russia happens to be one of the quality education destination. Not just that, over the last few years, the way international education dynamics have changed, the way topmost international student attracting countries are offering international student values for their education and the opportunities during the study or the post-study. Most of the Nepalese students will also look for internship, part-time work opportunities during studies, post-study work opportunity after finishing their course. I guess the initiatives like Global Rate definitely helps spread the message among students about the benefits of studying in Russia as planned or as discussed in the motto of the Education Export Council or the Global Rate Initiative. I believe some of these information will help all the stakeholders participating in this today's program. But once again, my best wishes to you all for the success of the rest of the program, Global Russia Education Day Global Rate, which is the third worldwide event that's happening today. I look forward to closely working with Global Red Team, Export Education Council, Education Export Council, Center, and to serve the Nepalese community and our ASEAN bodies. Hopefully, I believe this kind of forum will bring more and more avenues and opportunity for us to discuss further and strengthen our relations. Thank you once again for this opportunity. Thank you.